Would you change your local area and why?
The local area, Willenhall, I think Willenhall needs tidying up. I think it's just too graffiti. The canals could be made a lot nicer, and I think there's hardly anything for young kids, teenagers. I don't know what the park's like because I don't go there that often, but I just think in terms of like youth club, leisure centre, swimming pool, more money needs to be directed that way.
What do you like about Willenhall and why? I like, you've been in Willenhall town and you know that clock? Yeah. I like that because it looks sort of vintage and it makes the whole town look sort of old fashioned.
I feel European because we're in Europe, but I feel British because we're an island race.
How do you see your local area in 100 years' time?
My local area, in 100 years' time, it'll be as multicultural as it is now, maybe even more so, and we'll still be British, and still be working with our partners in Europe, having friends and going on holiday there.
We've just interviewed a man about if he feels European and British, and he feels more British than European.
I believe we are European, but I don't feel that I'm European. I think that England has been detached from Europe physically so long that, that we're not really part of Europe.
We've just interviewed a man. He thinks that once we was like an individual country, but now because of the EU, we're beginning to give our empire, our country away a bit, because he believes that once we was a really strong nation, but now we're just separating really.
You're recording this?
Yeah.
That's against the law.
Do you reckon we should be part of the EU?
No.
Why?
I don't think we should. I think we spend far too much money in Europe. Greece is in trouble. And if we keep helping other people out, we're going to be in trouble. I honestly think we ought to become neutral. We ought to make as many weapons as we possibly can and sell them all to the Arabs.
From the age of about 5. We went to Austria, Germany, France, Italy, you name it. I've got a house in Portugal, you know. Don't tell me I don't like foreign people or I don't like the Europeans. My take on what has been said is that the world is a smaller place because of communications, which means by now we should have moved out of Europe and we should be friendly with the entire world, not just Europe. We don't need to be in Europe to be friendly with them. We can have diplomatic relations and friendly relations with people without being part of the same country. And the point isn't about being part of the country because we want friendship. What the EU want is being part of Europe because they think we should all be in the same economy. Now we have a different economy to the rest of Europe. Our economy works totally differently. We're on a different financial cycle. For example, one simple example would be most people in the UK like to have mortgages.